Hello guys and welcome back to the Rovers Report, where today we'll be previewing Rovers' fixture this weekend against 14th place Bradford City. After defeat to Carlisle in their most recent fixture, Rovers will be looking to bounce back and get their promotion campaign back on track. With only 7 fixtures remaining, the old cliche stands true. Every game is a cup final for Joey Barton and his team. First up, let's take a look at both teams' forms coming into the game. Rovers' form in general has been pretty good prior to Carlisle, winning 4 on the bounce and only conceding 1 goal. Their home form in particular has been quite exceptional, unbeaten in 9 and sitting second only to Mansfield in home form. Bradford City's form in general hasn't been that good or bad, but what is interesting is their away form, where under Mark Hughes they haven't lost yet, winning 4 on the bounce. Pair that with Rovers' home form and it could be a very interesting tie. Next up, let's have a look at some of the talking points of the games and where things could get interesting. First up, and worth noting, is in the last couple of games, Bradford haven't conceded many goals and Rovers have been struggling to score. Particularly in the Carlisle games, without Evans and pushing Anderson back to left back, Rovers looked a bit toothless up front. And with a good defensive record that Bradford have, it's going to be important that Rovers find a way to break this team down. In terms of Bradford City, having spoken to quite a few of their fans, it appears there has been an upturn in performances from the players since Mark Hughes' arrival. Many of their fans attribute this to the fact that Mark Hughes is going to have a big clear out in the summer and these players are playing for their contracts. Annoyingly for Rovers, this means that despite Bradford City's position, where they can either get promoted or relegated, there will be some sort of motivation for these players who want to go out and win and put on a good performance for their manager. It will also be interesting to see the relationship between Hughes and Barton on the touchline. In press conferences this week, Barton said how he respects Mark Hughes as a manager and as a man, but I feel like if the game starts to get a bit heated, you'll be sure to see Barton rear his ugly head. Next up, let's take a look at Rovers' expected team and see where people could come in for potential injuries or lack of form. This week, Joey Barton has confirmed that Nick Anderton and Anthony Evans will both be unavailable for this weekend's fixture, which means Rovers will need to find replacements for 2 starting spots in their 11. In terms of Nick Anderton's spot, I think Joey Barton will either go for Josh Grant or Trevor Clark, as in the Carlisle game, pushing Harry Anderson back left Rovers lacking cutthroat up top. In terms of Anthony Evans' spot, I think Barton will stick true with Sammy Nicholson and push Harry Anderson on the left, having Elliot Anderson play through the middle. He does have other options with Loft, Clark, Saunders and Thomas on the bench, but he seems to have his favourites at this time of the season, and I think Nicholson will start despite a poor performance against Carlisle. So, there you have it, Gashead, your mini preview for this weekend's fixture against Bradford City. I, for one, cannot wait to get down to the Mem this weekend, and I predict a gritty 2-0 victory. Let me know your thoughts and predictions for this weekend's game in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Up the gas.